So this particular photo has been making the rounds on social media over the last several days, alongside the claims that once again things that were blue did not burn, which means the laser does not affect blue things and causing wildfires. And what I need you all to understand is there is a reason this particular van did not burn, and it's nothing to do with lasers. Now, everything about this particular photograph, where it's taken from, the damage around it, how it looks, indicates to the average viewer that looks at it for 2 seconds and then scrolls on that this van should have burned, and it's weird that it didn't. But there's a couple things that make it not all that unusual it didn't burn at all. Number one, Volkswagen vans were made out of steel. This entire outside of this van is steel, which is incredibly difficult to get burning because there's not much there that's going to actually burn aside from the tires once they get hot enough. But there are other reasons. Primarily, this van is sitting on the street and there is not much here that's going to burn long enough or hot enough to actually get the tires on this vehicle burning. The only real thing you have that is available to burn is the grass along the sidewalk right here. And even that is going to burn for a very short amount of time and not produce enough heat to actually get this vehicle going. Now you'll have some discoloration and heat damage on the other side of the van from the grass burning here and likely from this house burning up here, but it's not going to be sustained or hot enough to actually get this van to burn. In fact, if you look at the other side of the van, you can clearly see there's some heat damage here, there's some heat damage back here, but none of it is hot enough to actually break the windows or get this van to actually burn. Again, it is a steel van. I'm going to be honest with you, most of this heat damage is likely radiant heat damage from the house that's burning a good 30, 40 feet away, which you would expect with something like this. Some heat damage, but nothing that actually gets it going. It's not going to break the windows. It's not going to be enough to actually ignite this van. What I need you guys to understand is when you have a large fire such as this, each individual fuel source that it comes across is going to be its own story. It's going to have its own particular set of circumstances of whether or not it burns or not. Just as a quick aside, there are tons of blue things in this fire that burnt. You just don't know they're blue anymore because they are burnt. The trash can photo I see of the blue trash cans sitting out in front of people's houses that are unburnt, those are unburnt because they were 30, 40 feet from the thing that was burning. There are tons and tons of blue trash cans that are now gone because they were sitting up next to people's houses or people's houses were closer to the road and they were able to burn then. And be careful when looking at photos like these because it looks like it tells a story, but it doesn't tell the full story.